Say good morning to one and all. Welcome to the Mid Morning Buzz here on Classic Radio, also live via GBN TV. Special on the, of course, should I say special? Of course, but out of the ordinary, we're heading down to the Wireman's house this morning. We had Joe and the team, they're already down there, and we're getting set to join them live. Let me say good morning to the team down at the Wireman's house. Good morning.
On the other side, a wonderful team from the Wireman's house. They say friends, they go far, they travel, Lady Duncan, and then the world comes full circle. And we right back. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Cado. Thanks for having me once again. Good morning to all the listeners and viewers. We are back and we are better, and it's all about excitement.
So, with a bang. Chris, somebody says Carnival. You did Carnival, Carricook, and then Trinidad. I'm not sure how you did it. How was Carnival, though?
Carnival, I'm waiting for Grenada one. Yeah, once Grenada one comes around, I'll be good.
So you're trying to suggest that you had no interest in Carricook or...
No, I want to compare everyone, then I have to make my assumption. Yeah?
You sound like a party pooper anyway. Let's not even trouble ourselves too much about Chris and his plans. Let me tell you, Chris and spends the entire weekend with Carnival in prayer meeting. Yeah. I'm not sure who he was praying or meeting with, but either way. But folks, we want to say thanks for being part of the conversation. Thanks again for allowing us into your house, the Wireman's house. We have a whole lot that's in stock for you. And forgive me, I didn't get my uniform as the others did, but you know what? I stand alone. Yes, it's all about us coming to you, telling you who we are, where we are, what do we offer. And Crystal, let me start with you. The Wireman's house, I mean, family-owned company started years ago in what was basically electrical supplies. But that company has evolved and gone leaps and bounds over the years, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. We paid attention to our customers, what we are looking for, look at the market and stuff. We actually look at our surroundings, the house. So we are community-based as well, right? So we try to pay attention, as I said, to everyone, right? What they're looking for, what they need, right, for their household as well. And we went to the drawing board and decided, hey, let's make the Wireman's house a one-stop shop. We carry, as you said, not only electrical, from appliances to plumbing, masonry tools, automotive, and a large range of different items. Yeah, and that has been growing so very good so far. The response that we're getting back from our customers, that is a very good initiative that we did, and they are very grateful about it.
And you would agree, Lady Duncan, that keeping the customer happy, it's part and essential, a critical component to keeping brand Wireman's house alive and just making sure that the customers, you're in touch with them and taking them to the next level.
Absolutely, Joseph, absolutely. And that is one of our main things, is to meet our customers, when they come in, our friendly staff is always here to await them, and one of our go-to is the main thing, quality products at affordable prices. And that is one thing you will be often hearing us mention, quality products. When you think about Wireman's, the first thing that comes to mind is quality products.
Quality products, that's why I'm here. Of course, they say quality products. It's part of why JC's here and part family with the Wireman's house. But folks, today we're going to keep it light. I can't help but notice it because most times when we think about the Wireman's house, as we intimated, we think electricals. But I'm recognizing that I'm looking at the table adorned in front of me. And somebody says to me, I don't know if it's true, because I don't like to get involved in hearsay.
Right.
That Chris, I understand, is going to be showing us and demonstrating, of course, some of the products that you can find at the Wireman's house. I'm seeing a nice little kettle. I'm seeing hand mixer, everything else. But share with us, before we get to that, what are some of the other products that we can find? And so as you can see, for those of you that's at home, behind me, you can see we have quite a range of products here as well.
Yes, so if you're looking for a double hot plate, you can get that also. We also have a personal blender. And for those...
But hold on, when you said double hot plate, what is a hot plate?
That is it right there. So for example, if you don't have gas, this is where this comes in.
Chris, take it on if I don't have gas. Right. Okay, so this is what this does. I just plug it up and do what? So Chris is going to open up to see what my double hot. But Chris, that looks like a piece of gadget, a piece of plans that all bachelors should have. I'm surprised you don't actually have one at all. You don't have one.
I have a stove.
Oh, you have a stove?
Yeah, put it right here from the Wireman's house.
Yeah, you have a stove, all right. You've actually used a stove, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, just checking.
Some people might look like, somebody said, well, that's a turntable. It looks like a turntable, but no, it's not a turntable, right? It's a double hot plate used by electricity. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, so let's say this is a perfect backup. Let's say you're in a remote somewhere, they have no close to the gas station or somewhere that's selling, the cooking gas, and your gas finish. Yeah, and you want to finish cooking your nice, Sunday lunch.
So you can actually cook a meal on this?
Yes.
I think we're just to warm up the place. No?
No, you can absolutely cook this.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
That available. You have that available. So guys, so this is your double hot plate. Yeah, as I said, if you're cooking gas finish and you want to finish cook, you can use this as a backup.
Some people say as the backup.
Interesting. And one of the things that we price ourselves at the Wireman house is not just quality products, but at prices that are quite affordable.
Absolutely, quite affordable.
Okay, so we can find our hot plates, which is quite nice, and we do have some other items that we're going to get into. But somebody says to me that you do have a culinary side to you, a softer culinary side to you that most people are not aware of.
It is.
Yeah, they lying or yeah. It is true.
No, it is true. Right. I'm a person into mixing. Right. I did that part time in the past. Yeah, so I know a little bit of mixing.
When you say mixing with the ladies, mixing with what? I don't quite understand. I need, my line of work, I need clarity, Chris.
All right, well, basically with drinks as well.
Yeah?
With drinks, yeah.
So you're going to mix us a drink today?
Yeah, I'm going to mix you guys a drink today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, anybody got Epsom salt, anything of the sort? Because I don't know. Normally I'm very short of words. But I find it kind of difficult to believe. But you know what? The proof is in the tasting today. And while you're the folks, Emmanuel, King of the Grill, we're coming to you July. Don't you forget. Okay. It's coming up. But while we're there, Chris, what are you going to mix us today, Chris?
So we're doing a smoothie, right? Based with the ingredients will be banana. We have our granola and also peanut butter, but also milk.
Right. And we'll be using, what are we using?
So we are using this item here that we also carry at the Wireman's house. Right, this is our Bosch hand blender mixer. Right, this basically product is a very, let's say it's a compact blender. Right, now you can do this. There's some people when you're making your soup, especially doing your callaloo and stuff. Some people will boil it, pour it out to the blender, and then blend it and put it back in the pot.
Right.
This you can also leave it. You can blend it while cooking. If you're doing your soups as well.
You keep saying you can do it while cooking, as though to suggest that this is everyday thing that you get involved in.
Yeah, I do.
Hey. Yeah, you know what, lady? You come here. This kind of do conversation.
So as I said, right? You're cooking, right? You want to do your soups, so you don't want to pour out your ingredients into a blender, right? You can put it into the pot while cooking.
Nice.
Right, and actually blend it up as easy as possible.
Somebody's probably home thinking, put it into the pot, the heat.
Yeah.
Is it designed for that?
It's designed for that.
It's designed for that.
Designed for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, this is perfectly fine. Like when you're doing callaloo and you need this color to get a little swizzle. This is perfectly fine for that.
Right.
As well. And with this hand mixer blender, the blade is stainless steel and it also have an overload protection. So if it get overheated, it chips off. So it signal you if it's overheated.
Interesting. Nice. Okay. Nice. Okay, so let's do less of a talking. And folks, this is Chris is going to introduce us to one of his soft skills that very often the world has not yet been introduced to. Today, he's going to make us a smoothie, and I can see you have banana, I see you have some granola there, and some everything else. While you're there, I'm going to hold a glass in case there's a rush. All right. And I'm not swift enough to get my glass. Okay, folks. So, Chris, take it away. Let's see you. By the way, I'm a good judge of character as to when a guy's in the kitchen for the first time. Because I know very often when the doctor says to you that you need to live closer to the kitchen, you thought he meant literally.
Okay, so you live close to the kitchen.
Oh, I'm in the kitchen. So let's go, Chris. Okay. Folks, for those of you that's in radio, that's in Television Radio, Chris, of course, is going to make us a smoothie. So while Chris is going to do his smoothie, I'm just going to talk to the lady. Go ahead. You want help? Oh, but by the way, why did your Bosch blender that we can find at the Wireman sausage is 110, 220, or dual voltage?
220.
220. So, folks, reminding you that it is 220. You want to be mindful of that when you actually purchasing the items. You can find it down here at the Wireman's house. Where are we? Remind what Christians do. Remind this lady, Duncan, the Wireman's house. Where are we located?
So we are located in Woodland, St. George's. And if you're coming from the valley side and you know where the Clarkscourt Bay Marine Gap is, you just come straight across. There's a big green building with the sign, the Wireman's house. We are easy to find.
And certainly, it's right on the main road, just in case you come in from the reverse end, which is from the distillers, the distillers. Yeah. Yes, you can't miss it. Right on the main road, green big building, lots of yards and storage space. Okay. We had Chris apparently gets his act together. But Chris, why we had it done? Measurements, Chris? What is this? What is this? You just 20 as you crazy.
See, when you're that good like me, yeah, you just work.
Let me just get a piece of tissue to cough there when you're that good as Chris. Oh boy, you're that good as Chris. Ah boy, you sound like a politician though.
Yeah,
yeah. But for the purpose of you mixing here, give the folks an idea as to the amount that the proportion that you're going to mix.
All right.
How much servings you can get from it.
All right. So basically, what I'm doing is servings I'm doing it. So this is basically you can get about, as you said, it all depends on your container, your mug you're using, right? So let's say you can get off of about 5 servings off of this.
5?
Yeah.
5 for who?
Yeah.
That's 5 servings of children in preschool. So
you take the whole 5 then.
I mean, folks. Seriously. I mean, 5.
So this is you.
Yeah. Chris, for the purpose of today's conversation, we'll assume that it's 5 servings we are going to get through this. But let's do this. Okay, so tell me, what did we have in there already?
All right, so we have the banana, we have the granola. Right. So we have.
So I mean, how many you had? How much bananas you had?
Right, so basically, I'm using 2 bananas.
2 bananas. Yeah. Okay. So 2 bananas already in here, folks. I see some granola, peanut butter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Right. So I'm going to add the milk now.
You're going to add some milk, right? So folks, those of you that Chris is making is his homemade. He said this is one of his culinary masterpiece. Yeah. I'm sorry if it must be me trying to figure out where Chris has learned all of these stuff from. Yeah. But smoothies. Have you ever tried them yourself? Smoothies, breakfast, lunch. What time of the day, Chris, are smoothies ideal for?
Well, smoothies it don't have a special time for that. Once outside, especially when outside.
So I can get up in the middle of the night and just want to make a smoothie?
Is that what you feel for?
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that what you feel for?
But certainly while you added you using your ingredients. Yeah. But is it possible that persons can take a more healthy approach with vegetables and other sort of fruits?
Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes.
Okay.
And just a gentle reminder, guys, when using this hand mix blender, it's always important that you have to steam your food. So if you're doing a pumpkin punch or pumpkin smoothie or carrot smoothie, it is advised that you steam your vegetables and then you proceed.
Oh, okay. So we heard Master Chef. I've heard about Chef Sushi. I heard about Iron Chef. I ain't heard about no chef called Chris.
Yeah.
Yes, but let's see.
All right. So basically, we're gonna start it off at a slow speed, right? And then after we build from there.
Right.
Yeah.
So folks, it's happening. Do I need to move away?
Yeah.
I'll get a crash helmet.
Right.
Helmet. Give me a helmet.
It's right.
Yeah, on my protective vest.
No, you good.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
This is not my clothes. I'm clothes. I don't think. Yeah, my market clothes. So let's do this. So folks, you need Miss Duncan to come and hold your hand? Yes, Chris? Right. So there we are. So we have Chris is making, folks, for those of you as on radio, we're making an in-studio smoothie, yeah? Using bananas, ripe bananas, a bit of granola, some granola bars, peanut butter, And you can well appreciate that the peanut butter is optional, isn't it?
Absolutely, it is. And we also have a little spice in it as well.
A little
Yes.
spice. Right, right. And certainly when it comes to taste, in terms of the sugar, I mean, that is optional. The milk itself, I guess some people will probably, if you want to make just a smoothie with less milk, that would be optional.
Because sometimes what people does, the banana substitute the sugar because, banana have a sweetness to it. So, as you
Right.
said, it's optional.
And only suggestions, you could start finding some of yourself just culinary side, make your way down to the Wireman's house. We talked about the hot plate. Yeah. It would be good if, of course, we could have been warming something here while we get ready for the hot plate. But Shelly, could you imagine you wake up and Chris's daddy and you're late for school? By the time that smoothie finished, I take in my bag, my Josh bundle, and I want to move. Yeah, so Chris, let's talk about, I know in the industry, we talk about texture and consistency. What can you tell me about your mix today?
All right, so as you can see so far, the consistency is very creamy and nice.
Right.
Yeah? And I see you kind of ready to dive in there. I see you kind of licking your lips there already.
Well, yeah. I thought that was the idea. Yeah. Yeah. I know you weren't hoping that some girl out there's going to see you and recognize that you're more than all of this. You serve some purpose around the house.
Yes, I am.
Yeah? Yeah. Fine. You on this? Yes, I am, and yes, I do. You find up here. I find Chris keep making reference to I am and I do. Yeah. I'm Lady Duncan to sit right next to him, to stand right next to him. Right. So you want to take one of your plates here? Yes, allow me to help you. You see my lips.
Thank you.
Right? So, folks, what we are demonstrating here for you, it's the Bosch handheld mixer, one of the many products that you can find at the Wireman's house that you could use quite creatively at home, whether or not you want to do smoothies, or whatever it is, potpourri, and all this kind of stuff that you want to do. How about if I want my ice? Can it handle the ice? Freshen the ice?
No, it's not designed for that.
It's not designed. It's not designed for that. Yeah. Right. So you think I that stupid to set me up on national TV to consume this?
Be polite to serve the guests first.
Yeah. Me see you make it. You don't even taste it. First, I have to let you know. When somebody when the chef prepares it, he's not even taking a chance to taste it. I don't want me, Papa Joe, to taste it. Yeah. Maybe I'll actually get one of my own testers. Let me see if I can get somebody one of my own testers, Eventually, probably going to get one of my own testers. But when you taste it,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what, Chris?
Okay. You know what? Listen.
No. I'm not afraid of this. The good thing is, though, I'm a very honest guy.
Yeah. Right.
If folks watch my face, for those of you that's listening on the radio, I'm going to do this for you. So now the glass is going towards my mouth, and you said banana, right, Chris? You own it? Do you own the bananas? I know bananas are a bit expensive, but I mean, right. So let me see. Now you're making me look bad. I know people home saying, "What, she's too hung for this?" They're standing up there, and the lady sitting there, she's not having any. So, Lady Duncan, folks, this is Chris. This is Chris' first try. He says he's mastered the art of this. Nice light smoothie, and smoothies are becoming part. I mean, we've all embraced the fact that, and this is just we're just. Let me see. Don't sit down. Don't try that. I want you to taste it on national television. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna watch both of you all. Yeah, before. Yeah.
Absolutely nice. Guys, you need to come down to the Wireman's house and get your Bosch mixer right now. It is very good. And the thing about this, right, Joe, with the blender, it don't really get fine. So it still have a little, you could still taste a little clumps of the banana, the granola. So it's not that fine. And that is what I like.
But the speed can take care of that, though. Yeah. Because, I mean, for some individuals, they may want it gives a little bit of texture. Some folks may want it much smoother on the tongue. So the speed, how many speeds it comes in? up to 12 to 12 speed.
So Joe, I see, you're holding the mic, so you know what? Let me take the mic.
No. I wait till see what happened to 2-year-old.
You hold like that.
Well, you want to hold the mic here. You wait till see what happened to 2-year-old.
Yeah, so
I said at that body mass, if anything had happened, it would happen already. But me, so far this is me, and you all know JC. I don't hide my emotions. I'm gonna dig in. I'm gonna, yeah. So. What I like, Chris, about the drink is a balance. Either you're a professional of this, or you treat this as years ago. I know you guys didn't do common entrance. When you did common entrance, any more. Because either you've mastered the art of it, or what I like is the balance that I'm getting the sweet taste of the bananas.
Yeah.
There is the granola in there with still a little bit of crunch.
Absolutely.
And the peanut butter, because very often peanut butter, if you put too much of it, it overpowers everything.
Yeah.
And I'm getting a nice smooth balance in it. Chris, you've done well. The jury's still out on whether or not you progress to the next stage. But certainly, this is what Chris's kitchen. Yeah, Chris's kitchen. Yeah, you get a passing grade. Yeah, you get a passing grade on it. The only thing though, I would have preferred my smoothie. If maybe we can find a way, I guess you could do it at home, to crush your ice a little bit. Yeah, to get your ice a bit crushed. But reminding you folks that, and let's just show them that the handheld mixer, as it is not intended to crush an ice. And I know very often as individuals you're thinking, to put some ice, crush some ice, folks. It's not designed for that. It's for you to do smoothies, puree and that sort of stuff. Stuff in small portions, or even you get the pots, which you can find your pots at the Wireman's house. And do they come in different brands? May I have the microphone, please?
Sure, sorry.
Yeah? No. You hold on to that.
No, it doesn't come in different brands. Right. So this is basically the item we have, which is Bosch. That is the brand name. It's a very good brand, well-known brand as well in the market. Now this basically products, you not only can do smoothies, right? We have a next demonstration as well. So we actually going and grind. We have some coffee beans here.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're not done? Oh.
No, I'm not done.
I should drink this fast then?
Yeah, drink that fast.
Well, I said that's all you're offering me today.
Yeah.
All right, so what are we going to do? Are we adding the coffee beans?
Yeah.
Okay, so, and all of these pieces, it comes in the set?
Yeah, it comes with the set.
Okay, so we're going to do what? Grind some stuff now? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do some grinding, folks. Folks, welcome to Chef Chris's kitchen. Yeah? So far he's got a passing grade on the milkshake. He's having me a bit shaky though. I'm not sure that's supposed to be the desired effect. So why coffee beans though? We said that we can use it, Chris, to probably process not just coffee beans. Any other peas that we have?
Beans as well. You want to grind or blend? You can also use the hand blender as well.
Okay, so let's see.
Sometimes Joe, you want to use your like stuffing. You can put it quickly and get it fine.
Oh, okay, nice. So folks, what are you hearing for those of you that should radio? That's the sound of the handheld mixer. So we moved from doing a smoothie. Now what we do is we grind cocoa beans. And you're probably thinking cocoa beans. Yes, you could probably try it with other items, peas and whatever other items that you have. I'm thinking corn for asham. I'm getting crazy. Can I put my corn in this to make asham? Yeah, we can. Okay. How much cocoa beans did you put in there?
Well,
I think maybe just about under half pound.
That's on that one.
Right? Mm-hmm. Just under half pound. Yeah. Okay. You released all the rich aroma from it. Right. Okay, nice. And let's just open. So, folks, what we've just done live, so you've seen it, and we were demonstrating it for you. At the Wireman's house, we're not just saying to you, purchase a product and hoping when you go home that it can work for you. We're showing to you that this handheld mixer from Bosch that you can find at the Wireman's house. It is as versatile a product that you can find. You have it here at the Wireman's house. What we just done, as you can see, we've just what we have done is ground coffee. Yeah, we did some coffee beans and all of that. So you're now going to brew it?
Yeah.
You're not going to brew it? No. No. Okay. Right. I thought you were going to put coffee in you. No.
So guys, if you're looking for your Bosch mixer, handheld mixer, the place to be is at the Wireman's house. You will just see Salandi. He grind coffee beans. We already make a smoothie, and it's quite affordable. When you, as I mentioned, once you talk about Wireman's house, is a quality products here. So make your way to the Wireman's house and come and get your Bosch mixer.
Make your way to the Wireman's house. What I can tell you though, you can get a quality product. As to whether or not you can get with it, I'm not really sure. I really can't tell you much about that. Because you've done well. Shall I say on a score of 1 to 10, I give you 6 because I want to save some more grades. Because if I give you 8 today, it doesn't leave much room for improvement. Yeah, so I would give you a passing grade today. I give you a passing grade, but what I'm going to give full marks though is the Bosch.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. Bosch is in fact the boss. Yeah. We're getting ready to wrap up. What can you talk to the people? What else? Just give us another idea so exactly why folks should want to shop at the Wireman's house.
Now, we are the company here for people to come to, right? You can actually come as soon as they enter the door. The warmness, we treat you like family. Yeah, we treat you like family. We try to go the extra mile to serve you, to help you. Even if you're looking for an item that we don't have, we go the extra mile to actually locate that item. Yeah, we take time to listen to our customers, pay attention what they're looking for, right, and help them accordingly, right? Because we do have some customers come into the store, right, they're looking for an item, but they're not too sure what they're looking for. Yeah, wow. So we actually go that extra mile.
They go the extra mile, the team at the Wireman's house. Lady Duncan, 30 seconds before we wrap.
Right, make the Wireman's house a one-stop shop. Come and discover the difference. We have a wide range of items from automotive to tools, appliances, and a friendly staff is always here to await you. For those of you who are trying to locate us, we are located in Woodland, St. George's, and you can reach us on 443-5577, or you can WhatsApp us on 449-5577. Also, we do free deliveries within St. George's. For those of you who are wondering our opening hours, from Monday to Thursday, we are open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. On Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. To come and discover the difference here at the Wireman's house.
Something for everyone. Come down. You are the next contestant. No, you're just the next customer and a place where you can get all of the right prices. Again, remind you today, think about it. It's almost not almost. It is the perfect gift you need for that special someone in your life. It's a Bosch hand mixer that you can get down here at the Wireman's house. Your boy JC, peace and love to you. It's a pleasure being here with you. Today we're here, tomorrow we'll be somewhere else, but I promise you every Wednesday will be on your screen. Today it was a smoothie and we grinded coffee. Tomorrow, guys. Now guess who's greedy here? Look at Chris Glass. Yeah?
Yeah, because I'm drinking.
Yeah. The rest is yours. You could have it. Folks, so those of you at home, remind you, start your day in the middle of the day, at the end of the day, why not? Try a smoothie. Get your Bosch blender. Peace out.
Hey, Classic 105.5 GBN TV, folks. And as we want to thank the team who are down there at the Wireman's house this morning. All the products and more, folks, you can head on down to the Wireman's house located in Woodlands and get all that you need. And now we say bye for this segment of the Mid-Morning Buzz. Have yourself a great morning, folks.
Last week on All Climate Reality.
One of the major greenhouse gases are the fluorinated gases, the CFCs, or the chlorofluorocarbons, the hydrochlorofluorocarbons, and the hydrofluorocarbons. So we call them CFCs, HCFCs, and HFCs. These are essentially what we call fluorinated gases. And they make up about 2% of all greenhouse gases. In Grenada, we use them extensively in the refrigeration and air conditioning sector as refrigerants that keep our atmosphere cool and refrigerate our commodities. These gases, if we allow them to be continued to be used as they are now, can have significant implications for our environment through emissions and the contributions they make towards global warming.
The solar systems are one of the lowest costs and the highest benefit bankable ways you can reduce your energy footprint, reduce your carbon footprint.
Join us this Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. as our panel discuss agriculture and climate change. Our Climate Reality on GBN TV channel 7 and 11, K105 FM, and all our social media platforms. Compliments Republic Bank Limited, Hubbards, and Classic Lighting.
We know that for many people, life is changing dramatically. My family is no different. My daughter is now taking her classes online from home because her school is closed. For the rest of the world, that even the most severe situation can be turned around. But the experience of cities and countries that have pushed back this virus give hope and courage. We know that for many people, life is changing dramatically. My family is no different. My daughter is now taking her classes online from home because her school is closed. For the rest of the world, that even the most severe situation can be turned around. But the experience of cities and countries that have pushed back this virus give hope and courage to the rest of the world. During this difficult time, it's important to continue looking after your physical and mental health. This will not
Hey, welcome inside of the Mid-Morning Buzz here on Classic 105.5. Also, we're live via GBN TV this morning. Inside with me this morning, of course, my guest, we have Mr. Pierre from NADMA. And Mr. Pierre, when we say good morning to you, welcome to the Mid-Morning Buzz. How are you this morning, sir?
I am good. Thank you for welcoming me. And I am good. I'm good. Right. God has been good to me, so I am good.
The last time we had a chit-chat was sometime last year. Time has flown. That time certainly do fly.
Yes. I think I could recall that.
Well, it's all about NADMA's district elections coming up. And I'm assuming folks maybe who the viewers and listeners may be interested in that. What is the reason for election around this time? If we could just get directly into the conversation this morning.
Sure. Of course, we do have district committees throughout the length and breadth of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. Okay, these committees are responsible for handling issues of hazards and disasters within their space and nationally. Okay, we have had some of these persons in positions there since 2014. Mm-hmm. It might have been persons who might have come in around 2016, and they are persons who, they might they have been there for so long. They might be tired. They might want a change. We also need to encourage new persons to get an opportunity to volunteer in the issue of disaster risk reduction for Grenada.
All right.
So it was decided that we should have fresh elections, get new persons to fill positions within the district committee. There are persons who might have just dropped out for a number, in a number of districts. The position is there, but we have nobody in those positions. So we thought it was best to create an opportunity where persons can come and give of service to their country through volunteerism.
What are some of the position that folks could be vying for?
Right. So I would call them out, and I would maybe just give a very brief explanation as to what they are in terms of what persons would have to do. Of course, we have the district disaster coordinator. So we have a coordinator for a specific disaster for a specific district. For example, town of St. George. We have Northeast St. Andrews. We have Northwest St. So all the districts are separated according to electoral boundaries. Okay. Mm-hmm. Right. So that's how it is separated. So we have a district coordinator, okay, and a deputy district coordinator. Then we have what is called subcommittees. Now, these subcommittees would handle specific areas within the scope of the overall committee. So you have, for example, health and welfare committee. So in every district, we may have persons who are sick, who are shut in, who may not be able to walk. These are persons that we have to take care of. Okay, so in case we have to do an evacuation, these are persons that we must give priority to. So the Health and Welfare Committee should have an idea as to what's going on with health and who would need assistance in case there is a situation. Then, so that's Health and Welfare. Then we have what is called Relief Supplies Management Subcommittee. Now, if you could recall in Ivan, we had to do a lot of relief items. A number of the countries would have sent things for us so that we could assist persons who may not have food to eat, tarpaulin, all of those things. So we have to there must be in place in every district a committee that manages how relief items are distributed.
Okay. So in terms of this, anyone who is interested in being part of the elections, or once you think the various position that is coming up for elections there, once you're interested, you could just come into the...
Once you are interested, you can come on. As long as you're interested, that you're dedicated, you're willing to work, you can come along. What will happen is that persons will be trained based on the subcommittees or the positions that they are in. All right, so training is a must. We must have training. Now, just to step aside a little bit from the list I have in front of me, what we want to do is create a culture of disaster risk reduction, create a culture where persons are aware of what needs to be done in case of a hazard or a disaster.
All right.
Yeah. Right. So we have shelter management, a shelter management subcommittee. Persons would have, sometimes you want to move because you might be at risk, and you go into a shelter. There are persons there to assist you with that in every district. Damage and needs assessment is critical. So if we have an event and it's a disaster, we have to go and assess, do the early assessment. We may not be able to get persons to get into a village or a community, but if you are there, you can do the assessment, and we get in very, very short space of time what are some of the damage, what are some of the problems that you have in those committees. Then we have emergency telecommunications, where we have persons, just let's say that our radio, our telephone system is down. We depend on very tall poles for cell operation, and so we have radios that we can use to be able to communicate. So persons will be trained in that area. Persons during a disaster within the district, they would have access to radios so that they can communicate as to what's going on. We have emergency works and transport subcommittee. So, for example, if you have to evacuate persons and we need to do that, this committee would assist in terms of coordinating how that is done. If roads are blocked, okay, this committee would be there coordinating how that is done. They would have should be able to have a bank of persons that they could call on to assist in times of emergency or in times of a disaster. Then you have Public Education and Information Committee, where the committee at the district level is responsible for educating and alerting and giving all the information throughout that particular district of what might be happening or what's happening. All right. And then we have the final committee, Safety and Security. For example, in our shelters, you may not get a police officer there 24/7, but if you have persons there to assist in terms of security, that is what this committee is responsible for. Now, all these subcommittees and so reflect some of the national committee. We have the NEAC, National Emergency Advisory Council. It basically reflects what is happening nationally when we do have the national EOC activated. We have that reflected there. So they feed information from our community to the national level so that the national level can respond.
All right, great.
And so these committees are critical. They are very, very, very important. I've seen committees like that work. I had the fortunate experience of going to St. Vincent during the La Soufrière and was deployed by CDMA there. And I see how these committees work. And let me tell you, they are critical in terms of response, in terms of assisting persons, in terms of just getting things back to a degree of normalcy during a disaster.
All right, and we see that they've already been set for the schedule, I should say, for the district election. If you could give us a quick rundown for the space of time, give us a quick run through for the dates.
Sure.
Give us a quick run through of the dates.
Right. Oh no, I neglected to say too that I am the outgoing coordinator for South St. George. Okay. So I have been the district coordinator from I think 2016 thereabout and to present. Now, the elections begins on March 8th. All right, March 8th. And the first we would be doing 2 elections simultaneously. All right, so we have the district South St. George, and that election would take place at South St. George Government School, and that would start at 6 p.m. And on the same day, on the 8th, we have St. John's, and the St. John's Anglican School would be the location or the venue, and that too shall take place at 6 p.m. Now, let me quickly add here that the buses or transportation to carry people back home after the elections will be provided. Okay, so persons will have to get to the venue. Okay, but when they're ready to go back home, transportation will be provided so that persons can get back home. Let me go back to the schedule on Thursday. So that's Wednesday, March 8th, South St. George. And that will be at South St. George Government School, or Spring School, as everybody knows it. And then St. John's at the St. John's Anglican School, that will be St. John's Grove, for want of a better word. And that will start at 6 p.m. and that will be at St. John's Anglican School. On Thursday, 9th March, St. George Northwest. St. George Northwest, and the venue for that is Happy Hill Secondary School at 6 p.m. And St. Mark's will be done the same day as well at the Boneg Primary School, Government Primary School, at 6 p.m. On Monday, 13th March, is the St. George Southeast. All right, so that Marian, St. Paul's, those surrounding areas. The Marian Multipurpose Center at 6 p.m. Okay, so that we have that Marian Multipurpose Center right there in Coco Road.
I may have to ask you to maybe do one more, because in Stratford time, you have the news comes up. Time. Maybe ask you to do one more.
And then St. Patrick's on the 30th of March, St. Patrick's East Hermitage Government School. Tuesday, March 14th, St. George's Northwest, and that would be the Bolio RC School, or it is another name, Our Lady of Help of Christian Catholic School. All right, 6 p.m. St. Patrick West will be the St. Patrick's Anglican School, and that will start at 5 p.m.
All right.
Now, you would see the list Hopefully in our newspapers, you would see the list on our Facebook site. And so the list is there so persons can take a look at it, know where your district is and where your community falls, and you can participate. We are encouraging persons really and truly to come out and be a part of this disaster management team. We know that Grenadians love to help, and we have seen it over during Hurricane Ivan, right? Yeah. But we want to be able to do it in a very organized way and to be able to get persons well trained so that when they are serving at their best.
A question I wanted to get in before we wrap this morning, in terms of individuals who want to part, is there any way that is there a kind of campaigning in terms of presenting themselves, or they just show up and present themselves on the day of the election?
No, we're not going on that road with campaigning and all that. All right?
So it's just you there's a process which you go through though in terms of being part of it.
Yes, of course. Whenever you hear elections, that of course would come to mind. Mm-hmm. But we know that we have trained a number of persons in our communities. Okay. Right? A number of persons have been trained in disaster management. They are very, very skillful. We do have a lot of persons who might be retirees, who might be willing to serve. There are persons who are there, they are working, but they are willing to serve, and they want to be able to give of their time. You can present yourself, all right? It's not a popularity contest. We want persons who are dedicated, who are serious, and who are willing to serve.
All right.
Okay? As it relates to training will be provided at a later date, but we just want to be able to get persons in. There might be other coordinators who want to continue serving as coordinators or deputy coordinators or so. They can present themselves, have persons vote them in, place them into office, and we can go ahead with the work in Grenada of protecting our livelihood and protecting our property.
So Pierre, I want to thank you once again for, of course, sharing information this morning. I'm sure folks who will be coming out, as you said, there are a lot of folks who have been trained, and they will come out and do their best in terms of helping to serve and protecting just in case a disaster do occur. Thanks once again, and all the best.
Thank you. The pleasure is mine. Have a blessed one.
All right. Hey, folks, that's how we wrap up this segment of the Mid-Morning Buzz here on Classic. It's a little after 12 noon already. So the news is next. So stay with us here. Until then, folks, have a good one. So we say goodbye.